Isolation Monologue by Declan Bullock. Isolation can mean different things to everyone. To the United Kingdom, it means the uncertainty of when we'll be able to see our families again. Para los españoles, significó 6 semanas de encierro con restricciones que apenas comenzaban a afluirse todos los días. Für die Deutschen bedeutet dies weniger Todesfälle in Deutschland auf Kosten der Freiheiten und der Hinzufügung von Geldbußen. Per gli italiani significava essere il peggior colpo del coronavirus in Europa senza limiti di restrizioni a breve. But for me, isolation means a whole host of things. For me, it means being stuck far from the majority of my friends and family, unable to check on them in person, let them know I'm doing fine, unable to know whether what was a simple parting, a see you later, will become a final goodbye, unsure whether I'll be able to keep myself sane, locked away all day, allowed out for 1 hour-long state-approved walk. For me, isolation did mean a chance to start new things, learn a new language, start a self-care regime, finally get round to cleaning my room, which I should have done months ago. For me, isolation is a confusing time. I'm sat every day in my room, confused as I don't know whether to be excited that I'm part of history, or whether I should be worried for my safety because all you hear is talk of things getting worse. But then I realise things have to get worse in order for them to get better. And that I will make it out the other side. We all will. Isolation will not break me. I will not let it. However, it is difficult. It really is. These are definitely uncertain times, but I know from deep within me that we will all be stronger by the end of this. We will all be reunited with our loved ones. Will we be missing a few family members when we do finally reunite? Possibly. But just know that they will be watching over us. They will be protecting us from above, filling us with the strength needed to carry on. We might not be able to return to normal, but we'll create a new normal, a new way of living post-coronavirus. We may have to keep our distances from each other and wear face masks in public, but at least we'll be out and about, able to get on with our lives again. So what does isolation mean to me? Well, isolation can mean different things to everyone.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Saunders and this video will be loads of tapes connected together which will be week by week of explaining how I'm feeling, what is happening, why I'm being like in isolation, isolated, on lockdown, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hi, it's been week 1 and it's been good actually. It's different, very different, because I'm used to being busy all the time with like what week is it? 3? Week 3. It is week 5, and this video is just sort of a reality of what I'm actually feeling and not like the other weeks of my videos that I've been making, because they were true, but to a certain extent they were only true. Like, when in reality, I feel like I'm gonna cry. all I've done is cry, to be honest. I'm just getting so stressed with myself. I have no motivation to do anything. I haven't left my bedroom in a good few days because I just feel like there's no need. I'm sorry for crying. This is... I don't even know what to say anymore. Since being on lockdown, I feel easily irritated. I'm irritated by the littlest things. I feel alone. There's no one to talk to. I really don't know what else to say because it's like everything that I do now, I just feel like, I don't know, even after lockdown, I feel like people will just judge me. I'm starting to judge myself. I hate myself. I hate life now. I really didn't want isolation to get the better of me, but I think it has. In fact, I think I need to admit it definitely has. I can't do it.
I sit here every day wondering what to do next.
Sometimes the inner kid comes out.
This reminds me of a fairground. I scroll through Netflix wondering what to watch. I can't believe he's dead.
This is my happy place. Oh, I love the bath.
Overall, I think I'm managing.
Hiya Kate, it's just me, Kate. I don't know when you're listening. I've got this romantic movie style idea in my head that it could be any time since me recording this, and you're hearing it because you found your old phone. We've lived in this house, my childhood home, since the day I was born. This is where I took my first steps, spoke my first words, wrote my name for the first time.
Here's Kate. How old's Connor's kid? About three.
Home doesn't feel like home anymore. I've got no quality of life, it's more like an institution. It's my first or second month in quarantine. Honestly, I've lost track of the days, weeks, even the months. That sounds a bit dramatic, mind you, doesn't it? I struggle to sleep at night knowing I'm going to wake up and say, this again, really? I'm so bored. Beyond bored, actually. Bored to the point of madness. Each day I go out and I walk for an hour. Because that's allowed. Allowed. Walking is a privilege. All of it is in hopes of me trying to feel something. Anything. I was talking to Mum, who you know just says as it is. She told me I can only just take every day on the chin. There's nothing I can do. It's so sad, Kate. The world's so dark. All of this sitting, thinking, processing, I suppose it's just getting me down. The death toll in the UK reached 30,000 the day before last. 30,000 people are gone. That's 30,000 people who won't be going home to the kids, won't be going home to the partner, won't be going home to the mum and dad, and I'm sat here complaining about being bored. How selfish is that, eh? I'm not just selfish though, I'm absolutely petrified. COVID-19 they're calling it. It started when some fella in China ate a bat. Well, so they say. Some people say it started in a lab, I don't know. You can read about it, nobody's got the same opinion. You'd be really, really, really confused. I know that it's not going to last for much longer though, and I'll soon be back to normal. I've been doing a lot of work. I hope you're happy with your grades and your life and all that. I'm just doing it to stay busy, but I wonder if it led you to your next path. Are you still with Ollie, by the way? I've been talking to him a lot recently. It's hard for him too, really hard. It is for everyone. I love him, Kate. He's unbelievable. You know this. We've just become best friends more than anything. I hope you're still with him. He's so special. Will he always be? I've got some good friends. You've got some good friends, by the way. You need to stick with them, because your life won't be the same if they're gone. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the woman you've become and the life you're making. Mind you, you better be sticking to Mum's rule book, because you know, even though I sit here, you know she's always right. I can deny it as much as I want, but she is. Right, well, I'm talking to myself, like, literally, so I'll let you go. Tell the family I said hello. I love you lots, Kate. You're making history. I'll be seeing you, I guess.
Oh, look at it.
Does the red light mean it's recording? Hello all you Masiacs, my name is Masie and welcome back to another video. I hope you're all cozy and tight because today's video is about the big I. No, not the one in London. The big I is in isolation. Today I'm going to talk about how I'm coping whilst being in lockdown and also how big old BJ has basically grounded the entirety of the UK. So I'm going to start off with the very first thing that I do. Wake up. Well, sort of. Yes, I set an alarm. Can you blame me though? Look, from what I've seen on Instagram and Twitter, literally everybody is talking about how they've messed up their sleeping pattern, how they stay awake until 6 AM and then they just sleep all day until they wake up at 2 PM. My timeline is basically full of badges is what I'm saying. Are badges nocturnal? Badges nocturnal. Told you. Anyways, once I'm fully awake, I get up, get dressed, and go downstairs to make something to eat. Is what I would say if I was a very responsible human being, which I am not. In fact, I think getting out of bed for me takes an hour worth of mental preparation. So in the meantime, I actually check up on my friends. Now, this is extremely important, and I cannot stress this enough. Mental health is something that should be taken seriously now more than ever, and it's affecting others more than ever actually. Think about it. Counselling and therapy have been limited, and not to mention the shortage of medicine and safe places, and pretty much we've all been stripped of the escapism like going outside and meeting people that we had before. So talking and reaching out is very, very necessary. Even just asking about how someone's day went could mean the world to them, and talking can go a lot further than what you think. Anyways, moving swiftly on downstairs, I make breakfast, shower, brush my teeth, do a cheeky skincare routine if I have time, and then I check what assignments I have due for the day.
Mary Murphy loved to sing.
Diseases, you've got to step up the PPE and the use of PPE generally.
Anyways, most importantly with my... Oh, sorry. Text from Mum. Masie, I'm shopping right now, but your teacher's called and told me that you have missed 5 assignments and your grades has dropped by 40%. If you don't buck your ideas up, Missy, Ooh, Timothy Chalamet's in a new movie. Gotta tweet this.
Hello mini-me from the future. Right now, it's 2020 and we're all in isolation. You've probably heard of the coronavirus by now. At first, we all laughed about it. We made jokes and everyone was saying different things about how it started. Like, I was told someone ate a bat. We all laughed about it because we didn't really think it would affect us. Like, one year when I was at school, we came back from the summer and our teachers had installed speakers in the corridors that shouted "Lockdown, lockdown" over and over. When me and my friends all heard it, we laughed. We laughed because the very thought of a real lockdown in our school was crazy. and then 2 years later the whole country's on lockdown and we've all been told to isolate. I guess it just goes to show how you never really know what's around the corner. When it was first made official, it didn't seem like a big deal. Not like missing out on a holiday, that seemed like a way bigger problem at the time. Again, I don't think it had quite sunk in, because not long after, I remember I heard on the radio that 6 people from the UK had died from the virus. And I panicked. I ran straight downstairs to tell my parents because it shocked me. It had only been a few weeks before we were told that there was this virus in China, but not to worry. I thought 6 deaths was huge. And it was massive news to everyone, but now suddenly they've passed 30,000. Being in isolation is hard. It's hard to think about all the things I could be doing right now. Like, I spent my birthday in isolation, away from all my friends, and eventually it just kind of makes you feel lonely and without hope. But I think the thing we all have to remember right now is that it's the same for everyone, and honestly it's not all bad. There have been so many magical moments to come out of this. Like, everyone claps for the key workers at 8 PM every Thursday. We all have rainbows in our windows, and we're spending more time with our families and taking time to relax. I just hope the kindness people are showing each other during this never changes. I know this whole thing isn't easy, but the best part here is you're watching this in the future knowing that life does have a new normal, and that's exactly what everyone right now is waiting for. So go outside, enjoy it, and I'll see you in 2037.
One word to describe lockdown. Motivated. Working out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, right, up, down, and round. Woo! Lazy. You can't frustrated and angry. I'm the one that causes trouble. You're in the middle of it all the time, and man, you don't appreciate anything I do. I can't wait till lockdown's over, because I can't live here anymore. I'm absolutely sick of us all. Fun. Emotional. Everyone is feeling these emotions, whether you're happy, tired, drained, confused. Some of these emotions I'm feeling during a minute. It can go from happy to sad, but everybody, absolutely everybody, is feeling the same way.
You
are
not alone.
Isolation? Well, where do I start? About 6 weeks ago, we got told that the UK is going to go into lockdown. There's no other way around it. The UK was just going to go into lockdown. Just like other places had, Italy, we were about to go into lockdown. Well, emotions were high, very high. What do you think? People probably thought what they're going to do, how they're going to see family, how they're going to see friends. People will have thought life is not going to be the same from now. And it's right, it wasn't going to be the same. This was going to shake the world. This was going to shake the UK. There's no other way to say it. It did just shake the UK up. First couple of weeks into lockdown, personally, I found it quite hard, quite different, and it was a change. And it was a change that I thought would never come, never. But it's a change that came. And it's a change as us, all as a community, had to deal with, had to stand up to, and had to be strong. We had to be strong. And we had to stand strong as a community. And yes, it's always going to be hard, because anything like this is hard. It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. So, from personal experience, it has been very hard. And there has been times when I've thought, what to do? How can I go on like this any longer? It didn't feel real. It felt like I was living in a dream constantly for a couple of weeks. And you just didn't know how to get your head around that. And some mornings I'd wake up and I think, oh, it's like I'm living the same day over and over again. I get out of bed and personally, and I just thought, what to do? Is there any point? And your sleeping pattern ends up changing. You can't sleep properly on a night. You're waking up sometimes late in the day, 3 PM, 4 PM, and it's just not good for you. It's not good, and it's tough. It's very tough. But like, yeah. Now, times are changing. Feeling stronger. Feeling ready for when we do come out of lockdown. Feeling happy that I'm still here. My family and friends are safe. And that's what means the world to me. That my family and friends are safe. That really, really does mean the world to me. And yes, there's going to be times, there's probably going to be more times like this, but we just need to do what we did this time. We need to stay strong, and we need to listen. We need to listen, because that is the main thing. We need to listen. So yes, I do wake up in the morning now, and I think, right, I need to put on a smile, because if I put on a smile, it'll make other people put on a smile, and hopefully it'll make a lot more people happy. So I wake up in the morning positive, and I think, there will be an end to this, and we will come out of this, and we'll come out of it stronger. And we will come out of this stronger, and I know we will. So to all yous watching, well done, we've done great, and always remember, there is always happiness at the end of the road. Thank you.
Mum. Yeah, it's me. I couldn't get you anything. They have no pasta, no toilet roll, no soap. No, they don't have any paracetamol. No. Well, of course not, Mum, it's a pandemic. If you need paracetamol that bad, can you just kindly go to a doctor or something? Then they're not open. I don't know what to do then. Try and take ibuprofen, maybe. Hopefully that'll work. No, they didn't have any toilet roll. They're out of stock on most things.
So unless you get them in the store, there's no chance you're going to get them online. Well, stay safe and call me if you need anything. And I'll have a look tomorrow and see if they have any of them in stock. Alright then, speak to you soon. Right. Bye.
The death toll in this country surpassing 20, taking a devastating toll on our nation's nurses. COVID-19 patients can deteriorate or even die very quickly. 20,000. COVID-19 patients can deteriorate or even die very quickly, taking a devastating toll on our
Wi-Fi's gone off again. There's nothing decent on TV. Oh, I'm so bored. Tim said he was calling. Not sure when though. I mean, he always seems to be busy. But how though? I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're trapped indoors. I could go out in the garden. It's too cold outside. Video games it is then, but I still don't have Wi-Fi. Excellent. Thank you, Sky. I'm changing to Virgin. They say the first sign of insanity is like talking to yourself. But that's ridiculous. I'm clearly not insane. I haven't started answering back. That is a very good point, Tom. Very good point. Thanks. Oh no.
It's like a progressive situation. You know, going out with your friends and with your family, and it all seems so normal and so secure and so unthought of. And I took it for granted every single day in the past, and I know for a fact that people will continue to do that in the future, because that's just how it is. And sometimes I have to remind myself that I actually exist. You know, people actually know me, and they know who I am, but sometimes I feel like I'm just a background character in everybody else's life, including mine. And every single person that knows you has their own fixed opinion on you. And it's taken me time to realize that I'm living in times of extreme and intense fear and hypochondria and emptiness. And I don't know about you, but I've been struggling with ways to keep on entertaining myself, apart from living off of my phone and social media, because it's easy. And it's so easy that I can stay up all night talking with my friends, and I would even video call them sometimes to feel a little bit closer. And do you ever wish that you can just hug someone, and you can't? Just talking through a screen is not the same. And I've started to think about the enclosed animals and the whales and stuff that they don't get to see anything different in their surroundings, apart from what's on the other side of the glass. And that's the people. And they don't know any better. And that's what I find so sad, because I can't imagine being like that my whole life. And clearly I've had enough time to think about that. But you know what? For some people, that's a good thing. A lot of people are really good at solving problems when they have a lot of time on their hands, because that's what heals everything, right? least I'd like to think that. You probably would too. But for a minority, it's like we're being cornered by all of our problems, and they only become more apparent with time. And my motivation has basically evaporated by now. And even if there is a little bit of it left, it will burn out on me eventually. It's just a matter of when. But for the strong-minded, they don't exactly seem to understand that. And I can't really explain why I feel this way. And if I could put it into words, I would tell you. But I can't. So I'm sorry to disappoint. But words are harder for some people than it is for others. And it's like trying to describe how you're feeling without the simple, oh yeah, I'm fine. And without sugarcoating it. And I can't explain that either. And sure, I've had plenty of time to think about it. But for me, ignorance is bliss. Until that burns out on me too.